Thanks for tuning in. Today we have the Honda CRF250RX. This is a closed-course, cross-country, off-road race bike. That's a little bit of a contradiction in terms, but we've kind of gotten used to it. This is a type of motorcycle that virtually all the manufacturers have been drawn to. It's kind of an easy build for them because, in most cases, it's based on the 250F motocross bike. In Honda's case, they've gone a little bit further than many of them. This bike has more to distinguish it from the motocross bike than generally is accepted with other brands. It has off-road specific engine mapping. It has off-road specific suspension settings. It has Dunlop AT81 tires. It has an 18-inch rear wheel, 2.1 gallons of fuel capacity, handguards, a skid plate, an O-ring chain, and a kickstand. It does use the same gearbox as the motocross bike and the same exhaust system as the motocross bike. The engine design itself is the same double overhead cam setup with finger followers activating the valves. The castings, pretty much everything about the motor, all identical to the CRF 250R motocross bike. For years now, we've kind of had a secret favorite off-road bike among motocrossers. It's been the CRF 250R. The reason is because this motor has so much more low-end power than any of the other 250Fs. On top of that, almost any 250F is going to have a very smooth power delivery. They all actually make pretty good off-road conversions. The Honda is just exceptional in that department. It still revs to almost infinity. 1 flash is the standard map, 2 flashes is soft, 3 flashes is the most aggressive, which is almost the same as the motocross bike. In any of them, though, the bike is great for off-road riding. It doesn't stall down low, it doesn't flame out, and it has a very smooth transition into the meaty part of the power band. In handling, the CRF 250RX is typical of Honda's motocross bikes, which is to say, it has very, very aggressive, sharp turning manners. That's exceptionally good in tight canyons and at slow speeds, where the bike takes very, very little effort to toss around. It's also one of the lightest bikes in the class at 229 pounds without fuel, as weighed on our scale. It doesn't look especially petite or light. Most of that comes from the rather oddly shaped gas tank that comes on all the RX models. The gas tank doesn't actually get in your way, but it looks big, and that kind of alters how you initially feel about the bike. You get over it pretty quickly, though. So how about that gearbox? The motocross 5-speed gearbox actually works quite well off-road. You wouldn't think that. Most of the 250 off-road dedicated bikes do have 6-speed gearboxes. But as we've all kind of found, a motocross gearbox isn't that bad for off-road racing. We worked out the speed in each gear as calculated at 12,500 RPM. First gear tops out at 35 miles an hour, second at 42, third at 52, fourth at 62, and fifth, if you can get up to top revs, will go 72 miles an hour. That is almost the same as the Kawasaki KX250X and even the YZ250FX. The two bikes in this class that have 6-speed gearbox are the KTM 250 XCF and the Yamaha YZ250FX. Those gearboxes aren't necessarily an advantage for racing, and in fact might be a disadvantage for some race courses. The Yamaha and KTM effectively have 4-speed gearboxes because first is too low and sixth is too high to be used. On the Honda, there's a situation for each of those gears to work well. Now, if you've been around for a while, you might remember the Honda CRF 250X. That bike did have a 6-speed, and it was set up mostly for trail riding, and in fact was quiet and EPA approved. We kind of wish that would come back because right now there is a hole in Honda's line. The CRF250F is more of a beginner entry-level bike, so now there's a big gap between the family-based F series and the race-oriented RX series. If you were to take this bike trail riding, you might have to find an even larger gas tank, a little bit cushier suspension, and you'd have to quiet it down just a little bit. We love the fact that the Honda comes with handguards, a good chain, and high-quality components. But again, you need to remember, this isn't made with trail riding in mind. All that doesn't come as news to many people. We all kind of know what we're getting here. We have some more content with the CRF250RX coming up. We recently built one into an exact replica of Michaela Nielsen's CRF250RX GP #1 bike. We'll have that in the June 2026 issue of Dirtbike magazine. And then we'll also have a full comparison of 250 off-road bikes in the May 2026 print edition of Dirtbike magazine. So stay tuned. We've got a lot coming up. I'm Ron Lawson. Thanks for watching.